who subscribe and watch full video please.
Don't do it, Your Highness. Manhwa's TV. Please let me perform the duties of the chief knight and guard your side. Please also let me lead a team of about 100 people to escort you to safety, Your Highness. The decree issued the city hall can only take effect after being reviewed and stamped. The Lord, it's better for you to stay. Pile ut but teda butted tilde trent hash ahe dash dubutfatu flee tilde but frau guests just the atli. In the border town, alright, tough, blessed that it would end like this is the Lord's order. Manga fast. acloudmerge.com. During the 2 days that where I'll be away, have to perform your duties and manage Sleeping Town. For me, Your Highness, I don't understand. Is it so important that have to go there in person? This matter is about the survival of the Western Territory, even the Kingdom of Greencastle. Only I can make the best judgment. The only way to do that is for me to go there. Manga fast. But can't tell the specific reason, right? Lidlg fast. Not yet, but we'll know one day. Also, was trip under secret operation. You not disclose this information to anyone. Manga fast. More than kilometers away from the west there may be a devil's base. These demons once destroyed the holy city of Tail and drove the resistance to the edge of the mainland. Thing is too terrifying to say. Mikni fast. Fortunately, I watched worlds getting destroyed a lot in movies. Was made numb long ago for them. I fear that they cannot accept this fact. Meng of Faust. Once the news leaks, it will be troublesome if it causes panic among the people. It could even cause many people to flee the west. Absolutely not, I will not let that happen. Manga fast. So that will be it. I'm leaving this town in your hands. I will return in 2 days. He doesn't listen to people at all. Oh, forget it, huh? You Highness, if it's said that the has been fighting the devils fop mope then for 100 years ago, does that mean they are good or bad? Manga fast. Of course it's bad. Have you even seen a kind person hunting a witch for no reason? If we really are the devil's minions, then the sisters would not say that witches have nothing to do with the devils. It's even mope of nonsense to go on this mission. Yes, Manga fast. First of all, whether the is fighting the devil remains to be confirmed. If they really made such a big sacrifice, would they hide the news and destroy all past records? Publicizing this event is the best way to expand believers. I'm afraid that the truth of this question can only be known after finding mope clues. Manga fast. In addition, good and bad cannot be distinguished so easily. It depends on which side you're on. What actually wanted to ask is whether I will stand the to fight the devils, right? Clerical authority and royal authority are incompatible with each other. Even without a witch, I would not stand the side of the what's mope. There are mopes of around me now. It would make even less sense to do such a thing. Let me just say this, even if they had fought against the devils before they also lost, it was still a miserable defeat. Is very, if it's Your Highness, I don't know who will win and who will lose. So who would want to side with the losing side? Yes, Highness. Reliable. I understand. Your Highness, we're gradually approaching the site. Can see the mountains. Ah, I can see the mountain. They're huge. If they leapt from the ground without warning. Wendy, acloudmerge.com. Let's camp in the mountains closer to the sea. Take a good rest tonight and we'll investigate the mountain tomorrow. Okay. You Highness make fast can easily obget vithef. Surrounding movement from here new. It also pretty far away from the hidden forest. Got. It will ensure that the beasts cannot easily approach the camp. MMCLN Gefast. Your Highness shouldn't have given the tent. Let's sleep in the hanging basket. You should sleep in the tent. Not any way. Tomorrow we will have to pick ourselves to experience what happened last time is meagerest. Besides, there has been a constant signals of warning signs. Forget it. Social. I'll sleep. Cuckoo. You've a bird can sleep while hope standing. I can't do that and I need to get enough sleep. I have to keep growing after all. Well then, ill replace and watch over the camp in a few houses. Good night, Your Highness. Mudney fast via. What's wrong? Spent going to sleep with them. Not I just want to be with you. Is that so? Thank you. MLDNGE fast. It's me who should say thank. What said to Sylvie, although she didn't say it. I can see that she was comforted. Are you happy for help? Not I am happy with choice. What? Cleadmers calm. What choice? MCLN gel fast. Ano tannery. Good night, Your Highness. And so do I, Your Highness. Her jelly acloudmeterge got. Thank you for doing so for the witches today. God in #p Pinyin China literature. Yok Highness. Halal, it's really hard to sleep in the all night. Melange, I'm starting to missile shower and the water system in the castle. Your looks are still radiant even without taking care of them. Is that part of some magic? Your Highness, I can see it clearly from here. Look, word against. We're here. Sylvie. Find anything manga fast. Not the distance is too far, it's beyond the observation of eyes. CUA-clue-worge.com. Okay, let's get closer after Sari draws the scene here. Yes, Your Highness. There is no dock, no boats. Looks like the devils are really here. I never thought about building a ship and entering from the sea. We don't know their ecology, Your Highness. More than 10 miles from the sea and covered the red mist, there seems to be a building made out of black stones. Its triangular shape like a dog's mouth. Just like the mirage seen in the wilderness, this is indeed the devil's territory. But the height is clearly wrong. The towers in the sea market buildings ape 100 feet high. There's no way for it to be covered a red fog. They should be taller than the rolling hills maybe. What saw was the devil's city while this is just their village. What's in those spires? Wait. Most of the spires are empty. DCDCGEJ some seems to be filled with liquid. What is this? Sylvie. Of fast. Let's got the devils have spotted us. They are in action. Action, it turns that they are all underground, only the tubes on their backs are exposed. One of them is flying towards us. Age, manga fast. We did retreat at full speed. Yes, let Lightning and Maggie come back quick. Cool. Shit, Your Highness, 2 devils incoming. Manga fast. The mount they are riding can. Damn it, these guys actually have flying mounts. It a mixed species. Descend, land as soon as possible. We didn't expect the devils to have a flying unit. The only person on our side that can fight midair is Lightning, but AX manga fast. Once they caught, even if they only collided and hit our balloon, they will have an opening to kidnap. The witches. This height, the sea is no different from land at. What should I do? He caught up in an instant. Your Highness, he's here. He's aiming his spear onto. We are done for manga fast. Anna. She has consumed too much magic power. Deluge, here they come. Ivy, they're coming from both sides. What should I do? You. Anna, it's over here and there too. Sisters, your Eleceed fast. Bang bang. Band bang bang. No, underscore. It's swaying too much. It's impossible to aim like this. Roar. Violently. Swoosh. Am I Anna? Babe. Not. Your Highness. Your Highness. Not. What is emergency first aid to stop the bleeding? That's right, they taught us this in first aid class. Bandage the wound and then find Nanak. The bleeding stopped. We have to head back immediately. If we don't defeat the demons, we'll never be able to get back to border town. Lightning, protect the hot air balloons. Descent. Ha whoosh won't. Swish. Against. It's moving back. Is it going to launch another impact attack? Wait, Nightingale, don't Nightingale at this step. Distance going to fall. Room. Thud. What's going on? So there's actually magic inside a demon's body. Not, this isn't the time for this, I wish. Be gone. Ka bang. Why? Roar. AI save. Not good. I need to hurry, Nightingale, and enter the mist. There's no line. Am I going to die? Crap, I can't hold on. Cool whoosh. I don't have a Sisters Avenue. Call Nightingale, you harness Rolando. It seems that I won't be able to stay your side to the end. Manga fast. Maggie not. MMCNGAFAS? What this? Manga fast. Maggie got. Let's go back. Manga fast. LCLNGE fast. Manga fast. Maggie. Manga fast. Manga fast. Manga fucked. AI. DIMDLNGE fast. Manga fast. Want to go too? Own call Fulst. Light sing. Great job, ouch. Let's head back, yeah. Ria manga fast. What should we do next? It's been so long. Even if we flew back all night, This hot air balloon will only reach the town at midnight manga fast. His Royal Highness be carried lightning and Maggie and set off first. No problem manifest I. It'll be fine leave it too. Tie him tighter light sing. Fighting Gale no one is born good at fighting it isn't your fall. Okay, then let's set off. MLC and Gefast what about I don't have much of magic power left. Keep flying we need to as far as we can the enemy might send second team to search for this as too. Close to the snow-capped mountains we have to leave as soon as possible after reaching the safety zone we will find a hidden place to camp. There is a huge devil underneath it crouched on the top of a black spire with a head larger than its body and countless eyes filled its body. I had just glanced upon it its eyes all looked at me then hundreds of devils spewed from the ground. And the whole area seemed to be spawning things email. There was such a thing and not just that those two flying mounts were also very strange their blood. Ape dark blue this is completely different from the mixed species evil beasts we encountered at Evil Moon. It's similar to the devils the first one that Nightingale shot and killed also has a blue blood eye. Saw it at that moment so they repent like those evil beasts I'm not sure. But it's impressive that Maggie can turn like them too. If she had not rescued Nightingale we would have all be in danger it's good that she has evolved. A cloud merge calm. I saw help in the misty fog that magic power in help body was no longer a spinning cyclone that's. Instead it became a fixed model. A pair of spread out white feathered wings. Manganese. Light sing how is his highness he is coughing I feel his body getting cold already manga fast. You highness. Fortunately, there's still a pulse. MMDNGA fast. Maggie do have enough magic left we have to keep moving at full speed okay. If I jumped from the balloon to soothe devil from the start his highness wouldn't have suffered. This injury it's an explorer's duty to stand unto protect companions but have withdrawn from danger. More than once. I'm still far from an outstanding explorer Lolgola fast. When his highness recovered from the injury I'll beg him give me a special pistol and then I'll ask Sister Nightingale to teach me shooting and fighting skills lightning I can see it. It's the castle let's hurry. AR what is that an evil beast? Quick call Miss Naval his Royal Highness is what his Royal Highness I manga fast. Injured. Ah, manga fast. Hands it's still manga fast. It seems that I have returned to the castle. But what the others? Huh, they seem alright. Ed quietly. Realism back yoke highness woke manga fast. Well I did but what about the others they've all arrived in the town safely in fact we're the only one injured manga fast. Really that's good I guess. An idiot high AC manga fast. Idiot idiot. Idiot. Anna it's okay I'm here. His highness is awake. Say all light sing his highness finally woke up. Say Maggie Nanak your highness were so badly. Mangiest. Nightingale too. Alright everyone is fine. This operation was a bit of careless froth start I didn't expect the devils to find our camouflaged hot air balloon more than 10 miles away. Although we encountered great danger we've also gained a lot of intel. Demons are no longer a mysterious and unknown messengers of hell they have towns and organizational systems they belong to an advanced civil station group like humans even in a foggy state you can still see the magic in their bodies but the way they cast magic seems to be completely different from that of witches Niatadue tiger. But through some kind of agency of course these are all just speculations all of the devil's bodies fell into the sea so I can't verify it furthermore according to Sylvie the small and slender black stone spires are filled with red liquid which is similar to its storage tank perhaps the red mist that was formed after these liquids were vaporized. And the devil did not expand further into the wilderness not even the for major countries perhaps. Because of their limited gas coverage regardless based on all the information we gathered they will not threaten the safety of this town yet, Anna what happened don't need to poppy about me any mope. Harry Cloudemderge calm yoke highness. I don't want to wait any longer tilde manga fast. Especially after experiencing such situation. This time manga fast. I don't want to have any regrets. Anna, I know. Think the next thing should be foreplay. This won't work as someone who experienced in theory I can't show timidity in front of a little girl. Should I see the mood with a light chat and then we get into action? Manga fast. Not any that too frivolous Anna. When pushed me away on the hot air balloon, did you not think about your own well-being? I just did it subconscious. Ate the ruler in the hope of witches. I'm not worth your saving. Manga fast. It's not a question of worth. I can't just watch be attacked and stand still. In fact, give thought about it carefully. After I woke, if things hadn't happened so suddenly, and it gave me time to consider before making a decision, I would still do it. I can't stop this side of yoke, can't I? Well, yes, MGNGA fast. Can tell me about your previous story. I want to know. Mope. Back then I'd live in a big city. It's huge and crowded with people. Well, Greencastle Royal Capital is also way bigger than Sleeping Town. Manifest. Since I was born I was no different from ordinary people. I was a little clever but not that smart. I studied fairly hard, so I was often praised the teachers. But he didn't know that I was the one who painted all the hard to erase graffiti on the classroom wall. Of course he wouldn't dare blame. Ha. Not he doesn't have to do anything to me. He only has to tell parents. At that time they taught me that they would never show mercy. Manga fast. Then as I grew older, teachers kept changing from junior teachers to tutors, and I finally completed all studies with good results. Of course, compared to other people's children they are so much worse. And then, make fast. So that it she was too tired. Then again rushing back and forth in a hot air balloon, always being alert of beasts and demons. After returning to the castle she stayed here for another night. No wonder she is exhausted. Though insanity, I won't care about it this time. The day will come one way or another. Legal concierge. Calm. Good night, Anna. Manga fast. Morning Sylvie. Good morning. You're early. I sleep less and less as I get older. Looks like we get to have another midday nap. Manga fast. Did sleep well last night? Well, I dreamed a lot. Not you were there last night. What happened last night? Manga fast. Well, she did scope pretty loudly. It is because we have two activities these days. I guess so. Manga falsed. I was very tired. Wendy, come and help me. However, I have to say that although His Royal Highness Roland is terrifying, in some aspects he is also an incredible person. Thing out that there are nobles who are willing to get injured to protect a witch. The reaction at that moment could not have been deceptive. He was sincerely standing the witch's side, just like Master Till. Submerge. Calm. Master Till, your brother His Highness Roland is a good person. Monogamist. Manga fast. Hello. Let me ride it now. Is this the Devil's Mount? LCLGAFADT. Thankfully we've never encountered such monsters in the wilds, otherwise we would never have been able to escape ourselves if it hadn't been for help ability to evolved. I'm afraid we wouldn't even be here right now. I'll prepare a bag of charcoal grilled fish for every day. Say I also need to pop mope honey. Without asking for permission, I see Maggie test your new abilities. Be careful. Thought okay. Peel this. So this is how it feels when riding a dragon. Huh, you Highness Capella, be serious. Okay. It seems that with two people on board the flying speed can only be maintained at about 10 kilometers pep. Hold M. Manga fast. It is slowed than lightning. However, the advantage is that it is long-lasting. Lightning won't only lower her altitude when flying with heavy objects, she will also increase her magic consumption. But with Maggie transform motion _ whether flying high or low, carrying one or two in the back, her consumption is very slow. You will only really need to consider your own physical magic power. Strength contained in Maggie's body has also greatly increased, and it is considered to be a medium level in the current Witch League according to observation. Their ape changes 7 of 8 times a day. Manga fast. The evolution of witches still depends on the understanding regardless of their own whether this ability's understanding is mastered through learning or sudden epiphany. It may cause changes in ability. This means that witches have the possibility of natural evolution as long as the time is dragged long enough. There will always be 1 or 2 lucky ones among them. Stand. Alright Maggie. Let's land right here. Okay. This is the witch building. You haven't visited it yet, right? Look, they've already selected their respective rooms. Although you've always been used to sleeping with lightning, give still prepared an exclusive bedroom for Yoke free to decorate and live in manga fast. Really, is that true? I wanna see it right now slowly. Incredible. This building is also manga fast. I saw the cement placed during the construction of the witch building some time ago. When mixed with pebbles, it can really be shaped into any shape you want. What teacher SHLJ Land said in class. Cement can really form any part of a house. Alas, it's been a month since I came to Sleeping Town. It seems that apart from tasting wine for your Royal Highness, I haven't done much else. But His Royal Highness still prepares an exclusive room for manga fast. How embarrassing. Uxmal on among witches, and I only managed to score 5 points. Though the teacher didn't announce the results in public, this kind of thing can be guess inquiring in private. These days I practice calligraphy in the room after class. Lillian Mile also taught me how to read and write some common words. Obviously he was still tutoring with Lily and the others that time, so was no different from a fool. Hey Evelyn, next to the living room there's a kitchen dedicated to cooking and a strange little room painted white. You should come and look. Come on, come with me. What's wrong or sick? Oh, is the Sisters of the Witch Association not willing to sleep in the same bed? Candlelight, have we been here fop mope than a month already? Almost, I guess. The construction of the new city wall that Lone is responsible for will soon be completed, and Honey has trained a lot of flying messengers for His Royal Highness. Sylvie is to accompany His Highness to detect those terrible monsters. Now it's just me, I'm the only one who still have nothing to do. Even the usual training content is not arranged. Test results ape still the worst. I really don't know. His Highness chose me here. Evelyn, ask him that yourself. What monist? His Royal Highness Roland is Billy's elder brother, and as can see he treats the witches really sincerely. That's even Sylvie, who always keeps away from Roland and guards against the prince, changed her tone and couldn't help but praise him yesterday. Manga fast. He won't eat if you ask him in person. K. Is that so? Then let me ask him. Your Highness, do recruit women the most for day laborers who process starch? Because they do things more carefully. Also, I'm hoping to see mope women go to work instead of staying at home when the next round of assessment is over. The city hall responsible for recruit a group of female apprentices and gradually increase the proportion of female positions. That's you Highness. There's no precedent if it's about being careful. Apprentices is no worse than any women. Create a precedent if there isn't one. This is also the easiest and fastest way to increase the labor force without expanding the total pop action. If all women can take on the task of building a small town, available manpower will be doubled. What have to do is to guide people to change their minds. As long as the pay is attractive, I think they're bound to join one. Alright. Starch. Your Highness, our plan sing to make something delicious again. Not it's not for eating. Although it is true that can get the same good ingredients during the processing. Soak the refined wheat flop in water, then knead and wash until the water is completely white. Then change to another basin of water and repeat the process. The last remaining sticky substance is called gluten, which can be used for deep frying of stir-frying. The taste is flexible and elastic. It is delicious with honey or spice after it's of the pan. I'll stop talking. Manga fast. After sieving the milky white water and letting it be the starch that settles, will beta main material for making explosives. Trial formulation of nitroglycerin has not started yet. Even more so, nitrated starch is the easiest potent explosives to make. The sensitivity of the finished product is low, and the open flame can't be ignited. It needs a detonator, which makes it even more powerful than it, if not higher. Tiffin _ as long as the alchemy apprentices can achieve success, then I will shake your throne and be one step closer. Your Highness, that's Evelyn voice. Come in. Your Highness. Manganese. So it's Yoke. Evelyn, what's the matter? Your Highness, I want to ask something. Is tithe old? Are you so good to the witches? Not any. I don't think they still have such worries. What's bothering Yoke? Manga fast. Did choose to bring me here. Abilities ape not as convenient as Sylvie. Not is it as practical as Lotus and Honey. If it's just wine tasting, then the amount of monthly salary alone is enough to hire Profess Tonal winemaker from the capital. Manga fast. That what this is about. Then what do you think of the wines? Well, mucnga fast. At first I felt it burn throat. But I'm slowly getting used to it. As for those wines mixed with ice clues, fruit juice and sugar, they ape richer in taste manga fast. Next. But this is personal opinion, the Bucket place only sells cheap wine and water blended ale. The ones Nobles gets, I don't know if it then can convert this bottle of ale into a fresh white wine. I think so. Duh. Yes, it should taste like this. This is the reason I plan to open a winery soon. Miss Evelyn would like to be chief wine. Make manga fast. Winemaker. Your Majesty Garcia manga fast. I hope can deliver justice for me, though territory was not attacked mobs. Son died as a knight protecting the former queen at the hands of believers. Those insurgents are currently hiding in the desperate mountains. I want to avenge child. I beg that. Provide me with alchemy items that can blow the city gates. Requesting for black powder. That thing is trump card to change the tide of the battle. I must never pass such thing. If you can agree to request, I am willing to return to the court to serve the family. Will also fully support in taking over the kingdom of Ding Dong. The Marquis of Bode is quite famous here. If he can be allowed to serve as the former prime minister and gather the rest of the nobles. He can make up fourth difficult admit isolative operation to a certain extent. That's natural. And this requirement is reasonable, but I cannot be directly handing the alchemy and the fierce gunpowder. When needed, I will send a dedicated alchemist to help blast the gate. Thank your majesty. Step back. Worked hard. The nobles have all fallen for yoke, your majesty. This way, even if you don't rely on the Wolf King, can slowly overtake the entire internal Winter Kingdom. If the isn't there, right, the Wolf King just sent a messenger to send letter manga fast. I didn't want to bother with this before, since we're dealing with government affairs at the time. Is it a bad news? The church has sent their troops again. They are starting from the land to the Wolf Heart City. They've broken through what several tempo rare lines of defense. The evil moon is coming soon. Are they planning to ignore the new holy city? I didn't expect the church to come so quickly. If I wait fourth next Addington start a war, I'll be much better prepared. Gulls. This shows that they don't want to give me chance to breathe. But if sit back and watch the Wolf King request, then they will be destroyed. Lethal Alul. Suits say UC sweet suits FZLQK sets. ZZ. I can't hold it for long. But this is also an opportunity if you can consume the church army in Wolfheart City and wait until the evil beasts invade the holy city. What will be coming is a catastrophe. Send open to prepare the Black Sail warriors for to expedite. Tony. His Majesty manga fast this year's. We will spend the winter in Wolfheart City. Yes. What, your highness, are you planning to launch an attack from an altitude of 2 kilometers and use a hot air balloon to throw a giant explorer give into the palace? That as long as it's poppy controlled, it's not impossible to achieve. So surprised. The secret letter sent Husser indicated that Timothy was forcibly recruiting a new militia, and he still wanted to use his usual old methods to overthrow power. If you can really throw thunder's wrath on Timothy's head, he will really be at a loss. Always hope the way this is the ultimate punishment and or other around. I hope so. Mandala's Anna and I completed the development of the bomb after nearly a week of assembly and tests. I hope it can operate smoothly. Ignoring the city walls and defensive power, this completely ignores our knight's combat philosophy. What is that? The trial is a success now, I declare. The Dong Fen Not airstrike program has officially lanced. Iron Axe, yes, lead a musket team to escort the witch to the outskirts of Silver City. There is a mountainous area which can block the view, whether it is setting a camp or flying a balloon. Yes, your highness. Can't we over directly from border town manga fast? Not, that's too far. Woo, if leave from Silver City you can complete the bombing in 1 day. Jug, see, even return before the sun sets. Next is the witch. This time the mission personnel ape Anna Wen did Lightning Maisie Nightingale and Sylvie Nightingale and Sylvie are responsible for monitoring the surrounding situation of the camp. The attack process was carried out the first folk according to the training method. Got it. The most important thing in this operation is lightning. It's to succeed. Leave it to me. So I have nothing more to say at last. Please pay attention for your safety. I'm waiting fop here at border town. Manga fast. Cargo ship. Is it going to Silver City or Willow Town? Miss May open. I'm soppy. I can't answer their question. I have to let them ask. Elnju Tast. Is your play really written for His Royal Highness? It wants written His Highness. It's the Minister of Education at the City Hall written the witches. Well, is that so? When argued with Belle, all thought it was real. However, the script writing and drama performance were approved His Royal Highness, so Bella mocking the script is really equivalent to mocking at His Royal Highness herself. Manga fast. I didn't fool her at this point. Have seen His Royal Highness. I heard that he has the iconic grey hair and long hair of the royal family and his looks are extraordinary. Is it tried? I also heard that he has a romantic nature and has many loves. Really? As expected of May. Okay, don't disturb Miss May. We are almost arrived at border town, so let's pack your luggage and get off the ship. Oh, alright, let's got manga fast. Thank you for your willingness to take these girls who have not yet completed the drama class to border town. No problem. After all this, its own trouble. However, according to what said before, May they ape not even chicks, they are still in the eggshell. Even if the load doesn't have high requirements for drama, these people may not be accepted. His Highness. I didn't plan to let them all act what they can understand the script right. Although there's still a long way to go on stage, they can at least ready. Didn't find out that His Highness needs such talent most now, unlike Lord Period who loves drama. His Royal Highness Roland will not appear in the town square except for the first performance of the new drama. Therefore, he did not promote drama because of his own preference but intend to spread his views to the masses through drama. Oh, manga fast know a lot. I still have a lot to learn from May. Don't do this. Don't let the little girls see what the doc is here. Look. It's Miss Irene and Miss May. They are back. You don't need to worry anymore. Film opened. Dear wow, it's the dawn and morning light. It's really a sparkle in every way. We'll get used to it if stay here for a long time. May is over there. Oh, manga fast. Miss May, Irene just told me about the conflict in the theater. Thank for taking care of her. No problem. The other party seems to be making trouble for her. But actually they came fop me. Even so, I still want to thank you. If it weren't for she would definitely on the spot. No way. Cheapest underscore. Okay, no way. Have. Although it's not very heavy. Manga fast. He said the letter that he is going to give me something. It's unexpected. Anyhow, come and help me carry luggage. Huff, forget it. How can't the busy people around His Highness be able to move around at will? Miss May. Hearing that the ship in the Longing Fortress had arrived, I hurried over from the barracks. Really sorry, Huff. I didn't think be half an hour early. The luggage be heavy. Won't wait for me at the dock. Not Miss May is too tired. It's unrealistic to wait. Fop me. I'm really sorry. Manga fast. Would like to have a drink. Not. I still have a task. I am here to give a gift. Is it the latest product in the convenience market? Miss May will marry me. Echo. Thought with the assistance of the witches on Sleeping Town, the construction project of Border Town has progressed rapidly in these past months. Read on Tunili.net. The steel bridge on the Chi-Chi River was successfully completed. And the new city wall was also completed. I think Carl almost wants to include loan in the Ministry of Construction and appoint a deputy minister. Manga fast. Your Highness, I've successfully developed the large-scale acid production method requested. Manganese. Really? Alright, take me there. Greetings, Your Highness. Manga fast. Our Chavez give heard aim praise many times. Sim very honored. I just assist the teacher in his research. How does this thing make acid? The development can be successfully completed according to the reaction formula in elementary chemistry mangas. Look at that kiln. The purified sulfur will be burned in the kiln and the generated gas will be further heated and sent into the lead tank. Are these devices made of lead? Yes, only lead can resist the corrosion of acid. The lead pipe at the top of the tank continuously produces nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Under the hot sulfur dioxide gas, the nitric acid is heated and decomposed into nitrogen acid. Finally, it forms a sulfuric acid solution with water and dioxide which flows from the bottom hole. The ingenuity of this reaction is that nitrogen oxides only play a role in transmitting Oxygen and the ape not consumed, therefore the amount of nitric acid is not large. Once the reaction starts, the energy will continue to go on. So what it is out. The output in one day can probably be worth the wait a week in the laboratory distillation method. Because of the experimental factors, it isn't large. If a larger scale lead tank can be built, the output can be further increased. Manga fast of. This is a perfect news when Miss Anna returns. You can immediately start building a larger scale acid plant. In addition, if the lead is not enough, a pond can be used instead, and Miss Foray's coating can protect the iron from acid corrosion. Yes, you Highness, now that the large-scale acid production method has achieved results, all laboratories are filled with apprentices. Your Highness can reward me with the intermediate chemistry promised. Manga fast. Ah, what else other than the increase in electricity and losses? Waiting for them makes me anxious. Manga fast. Although I know that your Highness is currently recalling his knowledge, his behavior still really makes people wonder. 40 lately I can't help him. The content of the previous pages written, his Highness give also memorized it in mind. But that is just a matter of reefing record. That knowledge of his is much more advanced than those in any history, math, emetics and natural principles. Just reading it alone can make people dizzy. No wonder he's so pressured. Manga fast. How about we stop here today? Phew. I really envy for having a memoir nation ability. I wouldn't be afraid of exams if I can be like I was admitted to a prestigious school long ago and tasted the hardship of life. Does your Highness need an exam in the palace too? Yes, how else would be able to tell which prince is better? Manifest fact is sometimes it's not good to remember everything, such as bad encounters and sad things. It's better to be forgotten. You've right. It doesn't matter, those things have long passed, you Highness. Roland Wimbledon is different from the nobles I have met, having a wide knowledge and always trying to impart it to others, a noble and unyielding attitude. Manga fast. Forget it, I'm already at the last page. Do still want to record it? Not, please give this to him, and a physics textbook as well, enough for him to study for a while. After all, they're books from ancient times, it's normal to miss most of them, right? Has your feet gotten better? Teacher. Manga fast. Yes, Miss Banana healed it to its original state so that in winter I finally won't have to endure the pain in toes. What kind of plants have you grown in the garden? Well, there are grape sheds, fruit trees, and also crops. In addition, there are 8 dozens of bird nests in the fruit tree area, and all the flying messengers raised honey sleeps on the trees. I thought you would be the first witch to evolve in the Witch Association. After all, when we're in a desperate situation, the abilities showed were no longer under the halal. His Highness said that evolution comes from an understanding of one's own abilities. Plant cells are indeed incredible, but I thought a long time ago that they are only a simple plant that have no use. See, a bundle of grasses can be transformed into flexible vines if they gathered together. If they ape all different, then how can they blend together? Manga fast. Even if your abilities do not evolve, can still do a lot for His Highness, but I feel like it's not that far away from me. Animals ape life, plants are life, and even the parts that make them ape life. Birds need trees to build nests, and their droppings can also nourish the trees. A forest can provide the needs of all things, while it can be expanded, the nourishment of all things. When I look at this garden, I feel that I have found purpose in life. The place where we camp is really hidden this way, as expected of His Highness. He has planned this well. With Silva's surveillance, our actions will avoid all eyes. Everything will be considered discreet. Are tired to come in and take a break? There won't be devils here anyway. I'm not tired, I can all day in this speed. Manga fast. Could it be that are feeling a little nervous? Well, not give practice it many times. Besides, the palace is so big it's impossible to miss. Manga fast. Really, in any case, don't be too aggressive. Your Highness said that safety is the first priority. Also, what happened when went to investigate the devil's camp was not your fault. What I hi everyone can see your frustration these days. But you're not afraid of fighting, even if you ape not good at it. If we're talking me, I definitely am no better than. Indeed, most witches don't possess the reflexes and skills that Nightingale possesses. You'd better come in and rest for a while. The magic energy we needed to adjust the bomb's drop point later is not small. Make fast. No one will blame Yoke, so don't have to blame yourself. No. Report in front of us is the inner city of the royal capital. Chirps ha really mange just. Back then we met Soapy and Echo here. Though it is the most prosperous area of Grey Castle. The arrest of witches there is also very strict in the terraced square of the outer city. Witches. Ape executed almost every month. We dare not stay longer, and with each passing day we have to bear the pain of our sister's death. Throwing a bomb over Timothy's head can completely end his rule, then I am more than happy to do so. Now we have the opportunity to correct this awful ruler. Open the gate and drop the bomb. Manga fast. Lightening it up to next. Okay, tilde manga fez. Manga fast. Before leaving, His Highness told me not to look back manganese, but I can't. I still can't help but want to see manga fast. Timothy's end. Manga fast. Manga fast. VAA. HAHGC fast. Is this an earthquake? We have to leave the castle quick and go to an open place. Yes, Your Majesty, it is not safe here. Shut, take me to the basement right now. Fast. Ah yes, ill glad you. This isn't caused a manga fast IEA? Effect of a large amount of black powder explosion. Damn it, how did the fourth prince get this kind alchemy weapons? Could it be that Garcia gave him the formula when he left Bishwigong and asked him to fight Milov? Even so, how did he bury the black powder in the palace? Even an extraordinary witch can't do this. You take the knights and thoroughly search the entire palace area, especially the sewers, gardens and warehouses where the black powder can be easily hide. If anyone suspicious are found, arrest them first, no matter if they are nobles or not. All attendants and servants entering and leaving the palace be searched thoroughly. None of them can be let off. Yes, Your Majesty. You'll find opposition to be far less secured than imagined. Roland Wimbledon. By then, the citizens, they will see who the real king. Courtroom Isabuto rally. Your Highness, your plan has achieved amazing success. As the palace was quickly sealed off, I couldn't find out how effective the explosion was, but noon. Almost all the residents knew the attack, whether it's inside a tavern, an inn, or the square. Whenever they gather, there's only one topic they discuss in addition to the warnings you issued. Much now thinks that Timothy has been attacked. There was no movement from the nobles outside the capital, and the palace's response was quick, manga fast. Therefore, I speculate that Timothy Wimbledon is still alive. Also, some people swore that the attack came from that a pale white objects fell from the onto the palace at a very high speed. I already have a preliminary plan for the task you gave me. If this matter can be rendered as a natural punishment for the atrocities of the false king, many people might believe it. The subordinate I recruited have collected a lot of Timothy's tyrannical advisors. When this goes out, things will be even moped on old side within a month, I believe. These news will reach every ear of the townspeople. To all the I will also Blackstreet keep watch of rats the movements on the eastern barracks, but as far as the current situation goes, Timothy will not have time to take care of other matters. It would be great if Donging Not could really stop Timothy from sending his militia. The next thing to do now is to wait for the witches to return. Eden, I haven't seen Anna for cute handle Luau N. Haydn. A new one has stolen the dried fish in the drawer. I'm a bit of restless. Manga fast. Your Highness, 2 fleets came from the dock as Margaret from Chamber of Compete here, and counting the time the other spent on the road fleet, she had missed a good show. Yes, the envoys sent to the south to recruit people have already returned. The 2 refugees they brought almost filled the pier, and the city hall is implementing the plan. With Miss Lucia, it's going according to you plan. Quarantine them. Jupe Ant 1 nor riot tart petty. The pier is so lively. Is that teacher so manga fast? Have not slept all night. Would you like to take a break? I'm fine after flipping through a few pages. I came to realize that don't know anything about the world. We always think that alchemy is mangoes. Just alchemy the of a matter. The sun rises and sets, the flowers bloom and wither, they all have nothing to do with us. Let at. Isn't that the case for astrologers? Ape good at OB serving the sun and the stars, and only farmers and herbalists can study plants. Though we don't know anything from the very first start, this book tries to connect everything Together manga fast, whether stones, flowers, thunder or flames, they are all made up of uniform things. And operate under uniform rules. This rule is so precise that as long as the starting conditions are the same, the results is anti-cut same. Chemistry is only a small part of it. How could this be? I also fully understand what you highness meant. Give never seen it before. I can conclude its nature and reaction mechanism after being exposed to these elements. The perspective it provides is from something Give never imagined. It allows me to see another door which is not only chemistry engraved on it. So that's how it is. I hope I can read those books in the future. Master Bishop, the siege beast has been placed and is ready to attack manga fast. What about the one who controls them? It is also ready and the state of concealment is set. Very good. Return to your position and wait. Fop the horn sound to attack the way where Ape, Isabella and Zero, the two witches. Ape interrogating the prisoners. They should be at east of the camp right now. Do need me to call them over? No need. I'll take a look myself. Compared to the other witches, raise the church. These witches do as they please even in military operations. Manga fast. If it were me I would have just punished the both of whipping. But in terms of church positions, they at the game level. Ash Bishop let the judges who were watching around leave the place immediately, as did the people who were in charge of taking care of the captives, and tell the to ignore this matter. Yes, Master, your excellency. Did drive the audience away. The trial is about to begin. Isabella, the full-scale attack on Wolfheart City is about to begin and there is no point in interrogating the prisoners at this time, and these people are just spies caught along the way. They know very little information. If possible, I hope you and Zero can rush to the front line. Impede lately manga fast. Don't worry, since we're here it is impossible to let go of an important enemy. As for the trial, I can't stop Zero, otherwise can act as a spectator. It won't take long anyway. Zero likes this kind of game the most. In that case, let's get started. Come on, fight or run away. Follow your own heart. Only gods can rule this world. Manga fast. My not na fast. I'm here. Where are you going? Ray. Roll do. Mabga fast. Next it's to you. Still trying to escape. Manga fast. Nnanga fast. Now you're the only one left. Do God told me everything. You were once a child of a farmer. Because of the Wolf King's order were called into the investigation team when first report back information the operation of the army. The captain of the Glad did not let you enter the city. Instead, after listening to the report, he asked to continuing on. Of course they won't. I let in since you family no longer exists. Whether your parents of brothers are just like Yoke, they are still. Look, your father accidentally fell and died while filling the gap on the city wall. Your mother went to the oversight team but was punished whipping and is now in danger. That's impossible. Lying to me. The root case of all this is that the nobles have never regarded as an old real human being is trying to put, but only as animals, an end to all this that gives an evil and injustice receives. Building a new world under the supervision and guard of the gods. Then what should I do? Man fast. Follow your heart. Only God can rule this world. I am willing to tell everything I know as long as I can save mother. I am willing to do anything. Good boy, eat this. It can help stabilize Yoke emotions. Manga fast. A pity the gods does not forgive you for your crimes. Lord, what do you think of this trial? Is there any signs of Lord Heather? Did trick him into eating the sleeping fend? If abide Heather's words, we could have gotten one mope pious believer instead of making him lose his way and then sentencing him to death. Mango Street. If the prisoner's family really were as I've told him, then he could easily be recruited as a believer. It's a pity that I don't know the actual situation of his family. They ape all nonsense to me. Once he discovered that these were lies, it would obviously not be good. Fop the believe me, everything I do is fop. The benefit of the attack is about to begin, so start to prepare now. Manga fast. As for the plan, the Wolf King and the Clear Water Queen, they die Lord with Isabella, and I hear they will never get the chance out of the wolf's heart. Manga fast. Kill them. Die. Mortals can't defeat the devils. So the has the gods' punishment army. The wolf heart defender will his flesh and blood to fight against these warriors who are not part of this world. Do want to help them. Not magic is limited and Be reserved for important goals, can fight with swords, hammers or crossbows, it's not like them. Can't beat anyway, they'll win easily if I got, and could still easily defeat them if I don't. I'm not doing this kind of meaningless thing. Alright, let's not talk about it. I wanted to ask, had to play with that captive just now. The bishop's face was stiff. He doesn't. Gem 2. This kind of trial, and the next pope's likely to be him, so might just suffer a bit. Lord maybe will be angry since he has yet to become the pope. When he walks into the library at the top of the secret temple, he will come to understand that this is the way to please the gods. What magnate? Just play along. Gods have never descended into the world, nor do they protect it. They only use an illusory goal and let approach it one after another, longing for their manga fast gift. Isn't it similar to the trial just now? I at least gave him a clear goal, while the gods have done nothing. It doesn't even guarantee that the goal actually exists, or that everything we do is our own work. Even so, we are still struggling. This is the annoying thing I hate the most. Have been to the library. Not these ape what Oberlin have said to me. He's not a witch and his lifespan is nearing its end. I heard that before the end of their life, mortals revisit the scenes of their experiences and can't help but want to find someone to talk to. He even plans to let me topple him before he dies. Can't, of course I can't. It will get load, maybe furious at me. Don't worry, I know what I can't do. Manga fast. After killing so many people, there's hardly any feelings. She hasn't expert ended yet. She rarely gets involved in one thing. Everything she does is for fun. And it has to be extraordinarily fun. MMCINGA fast. Amalfi that is their usual alchemy weapons. The power looks alright, but it's a good choice to contain the evil beasts. The density of the stone is several times denser than the stone behind the door, and there are 2 other high-quality ones. Looks like someone large is coming in that case. Let's end it there. Not the Wolf King of the Queen of Clear Water. The strongest response are still inside the castle, or sure went to mandalas. Isn't the army in trouble? An easy victory is not the same as a tragic victory. I have to help Oberlin reduce his losses. As Gibb said before, I will do best for the Muknifas. We UI Loungy fast. Manga fast. How could you still use power in front of God's punishment stone, because the stone doesn't work like you thought it would? However, there's no need for to know these things because you'll die soon. MCLN gel fast. MMCLN ge fast. I remember fathers changed this stone bricks to pebbles. Mudgoffas, so this is ended. World, it is a good choice as your final resting place. An era witch from the word witch does not suit me. I'm called a pure witch, and I am different from the blood that has fallen. Ordinary witch. Langa fast. Paper, that's just some plaything created. The what is this trick of a scene you're using is your ability to replicate illusions. This is just an illusion, nothing can fool me. Mudgafast. It would be much easier to say Yafo Nuhinga Bolt the WC Mezan Their abilities. Welcome to the wolf consciousness. Call it the battlefield of souls. We will fight here. The winner gets everything and the loser loses every. Hingo just Lok BTHB Theer, recorded in the holy book's soul battlefield. I can't die like this. Megafast. MMDNGA fast. What Huff? Huff Muddinga fast. Good job. It's beyond expectation that you're able to do this, but I forgot to tell that although in this world can use your own consciousness to change the venue and environment, but it consumes energy so mope than creation out of thin air, even comparable to resurrection. You should be able to feel the weakness and fatigue of your body. Maybe the next time die it will be eternal sleep barefoot. That's better than getting neck slaughtered. And you seem to have forgotten the screams you made when were burned the evil fire. How many times have died this round? Huff 3 times 4 times. I don't think you will hold on longer than me since I became a pure witch. That has done a lot for me, from insights, learning combat skills and many things to improve abilities. Those trial warriors knew that they would be a sacrifice, but they still stepped into the battlefield of souls. Corolla. In the world of consciousness they honed skills fighting to death. After that they accepted death at ease and passed on their own feelings and experience to me. MUCNGA fast. Give also swallowed a Transcendent whose strength has made me cautious. I nearly lost in the battle of the soul. But in the end I defeated help with the devil's weapon and got everything she had because of the nature of the magic. I couldn't really transform into a supernatural of use the abilities of other devolved witches. But in the world of consciousness these are not difficult. Few people could threaten me next for mope than years. I couldn't even remember the number of people I swallowed. I feel as if I have experienced any pain, joy and sadness in this wood donga filt, including death. What are trying to say the gap between and me? Manga fast. The superposition of many souls makes consciousness extremely strong if measured. The climber of deaths. I think I can withstand at least hundreds of deaths. I will verify it for yoke. I must have a powerful weapon. Hurry up and think about it. What can easily kill an experienced and extraordinary witch? Manga fast. Hey, the battle of souls is not a contest of imagination. Can't make yourself invulnerable out of thin air, nor can you summon those ancient mythical artifacts that destroy heaven and earth. Can't create something haven't experienced. What see and what you know is the key to ill cover success. The whole garden with snow powder, so can't escape. Even if die will be dragged along, even if the result is meaningless. Nail the case. All let's see the true power of the church. IAM lenga fast. Va or ha. RRRL a strong will. Kinon D. Failure not change the results. MMCLNGEFFAS. You've been holding on long enough. Rest well. Manga fast. Is it over? Manga fast. Shouldn't it be over in an instant? Obviously I have changed back to the original appearance, but I didn't say a word for long time. I really thought failed this time. I found something interesting in help memory. These thoughts make me feel a little bit. Oh, there's something else you've interested. Should have found that strange alchemy powder. Alchemist call it strong black powder. The ingredients are very simple, and they are common in workshops. That's it. Go back to the holy city and return to Berliner. Longest the battle here will last for at least 3 or 4 days. Without the leader and the witch, the remnants can no longer pose threat to the punishment army. Let's go back. Wait, manga fast. Huh. Is it illusion? Obviously her appearance hasn't changed in any way from before, but I always feel a different look in those light red eyes. Manga fast. Not anything. Let's God, I was probably thinking too much. Ultra fast. Mungel fast. Won the way. Let's celebrate our chief knight Carter Manish, who is about to welcome the shining star of the West. Ha, I want to drink wine too. Huh. Alright, but one drink. Kalelnji fast. You Highness Hyana, welcome back again. It's been a long journey. Already said that when we're at the dock. Mukni fast, and answer is still the same. It's nothing Anna, your Highness. Your Highness, what about me? What about me? Huh, have worked hard too. MMCLNGAFFAS. Here I don't work hard. Is this the etiquette of the fjord again? Yes, that's what father taught me. Well, it seems another witch didn't know it either. Is there really such etiquette? MUCLNG fast. So is the wedding date set after the evil moon? Yes, it has been approved. His Highness and His Highness also said to help organize the wedding. What this kind of bread is made with starch leftover from making explosives. I just ate a lot of it. Don't worry, your stomach won't explode. Ah, is that true? LDLN gel fast sight. Nightingale, be careful of catching cold. MUCLNGest. What's on your mind? Nothing. Suddenly wanting to see territory. It seems that the town is very busy. It's already evening and there are so many people who haven't returned home because today is the first day of the new drama light after a few months. The people probably can't wait to see May and Irene again. A year ago when I first came into the town, it was still a lifeless place, but now even standing in the castle I seem to be able to feel their joy. MLDNGAAST days are always getting better day. And I still have a lot to, for example, expanding the scope of education, establishing public medical care, strengthening cultural construction, encouraging childbirth. These will all be transformed into a solid force in the West, laying the foundation for the unification of grayscale. Then what about, of course, the same for you, I promise. Lengai fast. Ia too. What are you doing? Mid-East? Shush Maggie, I found an interesting place in the hidden forest. I am going to explore tomorrow. Would you like to come along? Yes, I do. What ape? We're going to prepare. Let's explore the 3-piece suit, pistol, food and dagger. We are not going far away. Bring 1 day's food but don't eat the whole bag like before Muddingofest. Remember this expedition is old secret, so don't tell anyone else, okay? This is the interesting place are talking about. It doesn't seem interesting as finding an eagle eggs. 3 are only 2 or 3 eggs in an eagle's nest. And it takes a few bites to eat. But this is an ancient relax, maybe there are still ancient books left. If bring them back to His Highness, he will definitely reward with baskets of eggs, whether it's boiling of steaming it's to can eat 3 of them every day. Fop a long time really, then let's go in and look for it. Chirps. Speak quietly, there may be a devil here. Devil. Although the bombing was successful and did not disappoint His Highness's expectations, I always felt that there was devil chasing after me when I was flying. This is the obstacle brought about fear. The source lies the stone tower exploration before. Dad said fear isn't terrible, if you want to overcome it you have to get close to it. If you can't overcome this, I'm afraid it will be difficult to freely in the future, and I can't be called an explorer. Later His Highness might scold me and confiscate ice cream. The Sisters of the Witch League will also worry about this, but I still have to go to the stone tower to explore. Besides, this time I brought a pistol and Maggie is here with me. Mudlungy fast. Maggie, you'll wait for me there. I will check the situation first, okay? Fear come from the unknown things. I must overcome the fear and approach the unknown things. LDLNGA fast. The devil before seems to be gone. I must get in. Ah, manga fast. Help me, this help me, save me. And we also can't see them. I'm really useless. I flew out as soon as legs were tired. I can become an owl. No matter how dark the night is, it won't stop me. That's good then, but Maggie, think about it, under the siege of the devil can keep shooting fop months in there and not even change the pitch nor the interval con. Chirps, what kind of evilness is this? Mange fast, they have been living fop so long in the dark. There be a way to find things otherwise they would have starved to death. Lightning. Give never heard of a mortal monster in Greencastle. Thought and Maggie manga fast. I thought would be interested in these strange legends. Well qualified explorers will never let go of any opportunity to verify the legend, and if they away now they will have nothing else to do. That's right, not wait being impatient. This isn't about that basket of chicken eggs, is it? What? There's no way I'm thinking about that. Pay attention. There's a staircase that leads downwards right front. Okay, I'll be careful. Watch out down below. What? No way. TWA, the water is so deep. IALNGLOLFOST. Maggie, there's light in front. Help me, Mangafasi, help me. Lia clue emerge calm is that the devil Ion call fast. It is help me, there's someone there, help me. Help me, a cloud merge calm. We save her. Huh. But there are 2 devils there, we could never beat them. If Sister Nightingale is here it would have been fine, but I can't do it. Is that the alone devil you're talking about? They all seem to be dead. What died? Manga fast. Yeah, look, wait. Look, Maggie. It really is like a stone. Manga just. The other one too. This one too. TIV cracked lines fine. What's this? Is she a witch? I'm not sure either. Manga fast. It's really tough. This person. Help me. Help me, manga fast. Help me. Help me. Help me. A cloud merge calm. Is it the previous stone tower? Yes, Your Highness, there is still a witch sealed inside. Manga fast. Of course, it could just be an ordinary person sealed. A witch. Where does the for help come from, Your Highness? It came from this thing Cloud Merge got. We found it on a table behind. Help Mklinga fast. Just press this. This. I can see the faint whirlpool of magic power. Sister fighting Gale Iange fast. It's exactly the same as the movement inside the witch. It seems that this is a magic item that can continue to make sounds, and the possibility that the opponent is a witch has increased. Lightning, are there other stones like this in the basement of the stone tower? I didn't take a closer look. Many parts of the room were submerged water at that time. I just wanted to return early and tell the news. Don't do this again in the future, especially with going to dangerous places with Altorn Nation. Your Highness, a cloud merge calm. Star. Nightingale, summon all the members of the Witch League and upon axe to the office. Yes, Your Highness. Our plan to search Fop the ruins may be ahead of schedule. Are trying to say that she might be a witch. That's right, if she is alive we might be able to learn Mope about what happened more than 400 years ago be. But she may not be a witch or even belong to that era and _ she may not be on outside manga fast. Tried if those remains were left then the other party is likely to be a member of the judging. From the gorgeous costumes described lightning she may be a high-ranking person but if she really is witch, she could be tricky to deal with what? Are Lily all crazy thinking that she might be on our side mannerist? Besides how could someone who lived Mope then years ago live to this day? I think it's Mope likely that if the crystal is broken, the people inside will into ash like those devils. But she does seem to be alive still. Will know what I mean when look at it. Help skin was reddish and her lips are plump. Lightning is right. Alright, don't fight, it's worth a whether she is dead or alive. Manga fast. Wendy Ape sleep well in case she is really a witch. Just hang the stone of punishment before she wakes. And we also have Anna and Nightingale. It won't be a big problem to contain her. The point is that she might know the change that happened Mope than 400 years ago. This alone is enough reason for to got. Indeed, the devil's intelligence is very important for the town, and the news that the church is trying to hide must be extremely detrimental to them. You can master these in advanced. You might be able to take the initial give in future. Confront tons. Manga fast. Upon axe. How about the First Army, Your Highness? The First Army can only dispatch people at most. Have sent several teams to assist the city hall in recruiting refugees from various places now. There are only around soldiers available for deployment. Even though Timothy was punished, he may still be desperate to launch a large-scale attack on the west, and the First Army leave enough manpower to guard the capital. Alright, I get it. Manga fast. The scale of 50 people is a bit small for facing a demon that throws a spear. We have to stay outside its range so we can avoid its attack. The ideal team should be hot air balloons and coordinating ground troops, while the witches stood for close combat and long-range combat left to the gunner. Hello, got what is this? Manga fast. What this is manga fast. Isn't it the last month of autumn? Is it snowing? This isn't normal. I have not experienced such a situation in 7 or 8 years since I came to this town. Your Highness, once it snows heavily, the sun will be hidden under the clouds until the next time it shines. It seems that we ape very unlucky. It happened more than a month in advanced manga fast. The evil moon. I didn't expect you to come, ha ha ha. This soup is really tasty when the weather cold. Eating this soup is a fjord tradition. Manga fast. I didn't expect the first guest of mine turned out to be thanked for that last time. You've very polite for the mysterious sea. I'm willing to go several times even with being paid commission, since can't wait to patronize our sleeping island. Actually, I just can't wait to start the next adventure. The sight give seen in the ruins the last time had stunned me. What was on that piece of land was the ancient civilization located on the cliff. I can't wait to over and take a look. You should know that I plan to visit the sleeping town myself. I want to have a good talk with the Lord of the Witch Association. I also want to see the evil moon in the western myself. Manga fast. Won't come over with us and have a look? I can't. She should have a good time there. It's okay to go without me. After all, there might be an accident in the advent type. Longest give lost help mother, and I don't want to lose help again, but when the time comes I'll ask. Don't worry, I will keep in touch. She's one of after all, but business is business. Although you have helped a lot, the price of hiring a witch still has to be on the table. Ha ha ha. Of course, business is business, which also is the tradition in Fjord. The magic servant morsel, the trail of any door, and the shadow of the doll. The cost was finally set at Golden Dragons, which is very rewarding, right? Folk thousand. Where did he get this money? Don't forget Meagerest Thunder is the most famous explorer in the fjord. Whether it is discovering new police, okay, discover ing treasures from various places, he can bring a lot of wealth. Is this really fine? Establishing a bounty guild like the Sleeping Close can indeed bring wealth to Sleeping Island. But the witch's abilities will be exposed as a result if it reaches the ears of the Didn't I tell before? I don't care about those golden dragons, but I hope that through the bounty guild Mope people can learn about Sleeping Island and reach us. I agree with Thunders saying that fear comes from the unknown, and the same are tale for witches. The fear of the Fjord Islanders and the kingdom residents comes from the slanders of the church and their ignorance. I can't force them to take the initiative to reach out and understand the witch, so I can only actively promote myself and tell them that this is not the power of the devil. The witch's ability is not strange. We are awakened from ordinary people, and we are essentially human beings. When we know mope about each other, this kind of fear disappears. Manga fast. Was fop the never care about our abilities, and any ability is not different in front of God's punish. Went Stonewell. I hope right. I can only fight and kill. I can't help at this point. Not have helped me a lot in order to develop the sleeping island. The most important thing is to connect with the Fjord Island. Moreover, the sleeping close can also play a special role. Non-combat witches can help each others without being frustrated because their abilities are not very. There are always so many reasons for yoke. It's hard for people to accept it. It's because what I say is right. Manga fast. Well, careful of the cold. Okay, the way Maggie hasn't returned to Sleeping Island, did something happen over there? Maybe something was delayed, or she just didn't want to come back. Compared to the fjord, the living conditions there are better. I said long ago that no witches should be sent there. What if Lotus and Honey are not willing to come back? Then let's go there. Oh, then I'm going to prep. What right now? Didn't we say that we will help him fight the evil beasts and pick other witches along the way? If there is no Lotus, immigrants in Crescent Bay will have no houses to live in next years. When I think about it, I need someone to walk with me to fight the evil beasts and the after all. Now that there is more than a month before winter, it takes a long time on the road, and if Sleeping Town really has any trouble, we can help the witches if we arrive soon. Also, I want to see with own eyes what Boring Brother has become. The soldiers of the First Army have been on the battlefield and issued rifles. Only 10 guards are needed to glad a section of the city wall of about meters which can hold off the evil beasts living underneath. It is also difficult for the wolf species to jump to the top of the city. The soldiers can practice their shooting on them as long as they're ape, no mixed species evil beasts. This group of monsters should never cross the line of defense. Yes, Your Highness, thanks for your hard work. Keep up the defense. Judging from their spirit alone, they are already different from the original militia fighters. It's good that they come to be trained. Me manga fast shit. Get him. What happened? It seems there is a disturbance in the West District where the fugitives temporarily lives. Keep going, good Mad Dog. Do you? Ovum, what will happen if you do this? What about it? Stop in the name of His Highness. I order to stop fighting this instant. Manga fast. His Royal Highness. Your Highness is here. What's your naming? What happened here? Who attacked first? Your Highness, I'm Key Harvey, a clerk in the City Hall. It was the damn fugitive who started it. I was just distributing food and then all of a sudden he pounced on like vicious dog. Manga fast. Your Highness, things were not as what he says. These people colluded with the serfs and blackmailed. Every portion of the oatmeal was charged for when you took us in. You clearly said that it distributed free of dad. Incite MUCNNGAFASD. The refugees in the East have been sorted out. The City Hall, all people with special skills or literacy have moved to the first ring. It stands to reason that the rest are ordinary civilians. However, his words and manners does not look like a civilian. Manga fast. Yes, I did say something like that before all officially migrated to the Sleeping Town. Both the food and residents were felt. Even now these words are still valid. Your Highness is kind. Long live His Highness Colorfast. However, fighting and wounding others in this territory is also violating the law, especially assaulting a member of the City Hall. Capture all the fugitives and serfs who beat on others and take them to the castle. I will to solve this fight personally. Also, I want to ask, what is with charging a porridge? In other words, use the opportunity of distributing oatmeal to deliberately charge the fugitives and provoke their relationship with the serfs until today, when someone stood up to protest your actions and called this commotion. Is that correct? Yes, it's like that, Your Highness. Your bananas, Highness. In the past, if the offended was a nobleman, he will not be punished if he turned in a few golden dragons. A civilian crime of attacking the nobleman could be sentenced health danging from whipping to beheading, though he is no longer a nobleman but a knight of the former duke, and I have deprived him of his title long time ago. Yes, Your Highness, hence the punishment depends Entirely on Lord. That's right, apart from the punishments of beheading, speaking the foot whipping and pulling nails. Is there anything more common such as imprisonment? Mean to simply lock him? What kind of punishment is that? The prison is just a place to temporarily hold prisoners. Sooner or later they will be put fop trial. If keep him in a closed quarter, still have to provide him with good. I am afraid that in the eyes of some people that's already a reward in itself. Manga fast. Yes, it seems that the fixed term imprisonment method of the modern times will not be of here. Alright, ill pronounce judgment now. Key Harvey blackmailed the fugitives die to their dereliction of duty. From now on he will be abolished of all his positions in the city hall. Assign him to the mines for 10 years and impose a THNEAOOUNRGAINES from his blackmail. Invader is to be sentenced to 10 lashes for attacking a city hall staff. First of the remaining fugitives and serfs who part created in the fighting will be fined 2 silver wolves for 5 lashes. Manga fast. Oatmeal will continue to be distributed free of charge, and all the money previously extorted will be returned. Announce this to the people in the temporary residential area. Alas, with the continuous increase of citizen numbers, the power of the city hall has rapidly expanded. It's no longer possible to avoid the issue of internal supervision. Want to set up an institution similar to a prosecutor? It's even less desirable to establish indecent dance in this era of public persecution. Like the formulation, interpretation and trial of laws, it is better to hold these power in hands. What I need is simple and effective system that does not require too many people playing the role of a supervisory. What's wrong? I plan to set new department to supervise the city hall and arrest other individuals or groups that might endanger the stability of the West. I'll be the only one responsible for the department. And it is completely TNINE Denident Tub Hall in the 1st Army. I'll temporarily name it the Western Border Security BUPL. And I want you to be the person in meal charge of it. That's right, you're the only one who can easily distinguish the authenticity from the fake, and any deception tricks are meaningless in front of if you like. I can offer you time alone in the winter with ice cream and own manga fast. Even if say nothing, I promise to do it as long as it is what ask of me. Quite are alright. Fortunately I was punished, His Majesty, with only 10 lashes. Let me see how. Slow down. Your back is full of blood. I'll get some ash. Fuck not, don't need to. This is the blood stain left after the lashing. The blood has stopped long ago. The execution knight said to leave it like this and the wound will heal in 2 to 3 days. Manga fast. 2 to 3 days, not son. Might get a high fever and your back will be swollen. This might sound unbelievable. I can't feel any pain on these solid. Instead there's actually a cool and slightly itchy sensation, which might be a sign of healing after the whipping. They poured a bucket salt of water on water back. That's what I first thought. There was no scorching pain. The execution knight said that this water can eliminate all biogenic microorganisms. Pathogenic? What is that? I don't know what it is. It's probably related to the witch again. Well, shouldn't have stood up for me. Just bear with it. Might get treated worse if I just stood. I know the kind of character that guy has. I heard that the snow here will last for several months, but out money won't last that long. And I deliberately picked that time to beat him. Deliberate tell. Because at that time His Royal Highness will appear on the Western Hall, since he has promised to distribute food for feel. He must hate this kind of behavior that corrupts his reputation. This is also the most effective method. If it's some skirmish, it may not reach His Highness' ears. Manga fast. And I have asked around beforehand whether it's the local residents or the serfs. They are all praises it and wisdom. See, I want in the wrong right. When I rest for 2 days I can do some groceries for the guys with strange weapons like before. Then I will be able to get some good compensation. Navy live, which is always the inner city enough for, and live decently with the other craftsmen. But can't get in claim. Don't bring this talk anymore. I won't leave you out here. Back when Jin City was looted, the pirates you saved me without, I would have died in that chaos long ago. Don't worry, everything's going to be alright. I also heard that His Highness is recruiting police officers in the inner city. I want to luck when the time comes. Oh. How did this damn weather become so cold all of a sudden? It's only the middle of mangas. Maybe the gods ape asleep. You can't say such a thing on the sea. Poseidon might hear That's chili can add a little to the fish sold. And the taste will be mope special. It also helps with warding off cold mope so than wine does. Although the original flavor is the essence of the food, I have to say that these ingredients are just right and the taste is not bad at all. Ash, don't drink, forget it, I really can't accept the fishy smell. Of Lady Ash was captivated the cooking methods of Border Town. It's a pity that not only did she lose the ability to distinguish delicious flavors from the taste of spices and salt, she also seemed to have little courage. What did say? What isn't it? Tried just the tiniest bit of fishy smell and get discouraged, self-willed little girl. How can we expect you to stand when Master Till needs it? Mandalas, huh? Seems like you're trying to provoke me in fighting you. Give it, there is a terrible weapon in Sleeping Town that's more powerful than you oppose. Even so, I still won the competition there. So if you want to take away the seat of Master Billy's personal, glad about me, have to practice for a few mope years at worst. Will practice fop a lifetime, you manganese. In addition, the food invented His Highness Roland is not a blend of spices and salt. Will understand once have tasted it. Don't underestimate me. These ape the two witches with the best combat ability in the Sleeping Island. They have good relationship. Don't drool over it the next time you them. Master Till can't lose face, just deals your stop talking nonsense. Captain, we got an enemy. The mutant sea monster is here and there is more than one of them. Mutant sea monsters, isn't that an evil beast? How did they manage to get here? There are so many of them. Since wanted a fight, then let's compare with each other. Whoever kills the most monsters here will be the strongest. Hold fast. I'm fine with that. Meagerest, let's got Bob ally. These monsters are different from the ones that appeared before. Molngal fast. Manga fast. Ha, behind. Do wanna stay behind me? Or is there something move? Hey, what happened? It's bad to not pay attention to your back. Thanks, manganese. But I can handle myself. Don't let your guard down, hurry up. Don't hold back. Strange, these fish-like monsters are obviously not enough to cause that violent shake. Rather, it feels like a giant monster is hitting the bottom of the ship. There will be more collisions like this and the ship will probably turn into a pile of broken planks floating under the sea. What is that? Careful, Your Highness. Ah, hi, what's going on? Up, there's something big underneath. It probably wants to knock over the ship. Manga fast. We must force it out of the sea or else the damn monster will sink this ship sooner or later. Since it is close to the bottom of the ship, as long as the distance is close enough, I can block its impact with barrier. Poseidon is on top. If the opponent is really as huge as Master Till says, ordinary attack will not affect it. Even if it is forced out of the sea, how do you plan on killing it? Captain, it'll handle it. No enemy can withstand full blow within 10 steps. Even if say that incoming from behind. Let's talk after we deal with this instead. This manga fast. Duty. Pull her up quick. McNingy fast. Andrea. Coming. God. Monogamist. Help, had he cough, help. I don't know how to swim. What an idiot, someone save me. SAAMB, yay, incoming sight. MUCNGA fast. At least we won't have to worry about swimming till we peach the Sleeping Town. Well, this is this snow? Oh, Kaladu Bonobo gas big limit China literature Riera tricky. Leave it to Sod, Captain, please wait for 3 or 4 days here. Men and the others still need your help to send them back to Sleeping Island. Of course, without you on the boat would not dare to return on the same way. Be careful. Broadcom reading fast. Sod, the 3 of them will trouble you. Oh loco, read at Ohms fascist. Alright, everyone stands noncom seldom. This snow came suddenly. A lot of things are messed up need. But it's also good to be a temporary worker. Zalo mcom the rescue shipyard pay and pay. Get back to work, can't wait to get work. Meal took along the form landing to entering the city bridge. Really, how many raw ingots they melt to build such a breed along redeem fastest is waste of materials. Obviously rotting bridge can solve tow track problem necessary to build such a not did stop of the merchant meet. Are there any strip that want to the source of the over to do business? Alnico reasons. Dark Swallow remarks even film not from grayscale. Can see that this woodland to the west of great value for relaxation. The absence of town now does not mean that there be none nay future if you want to continue to expand your territory. Expanding to Roman's land is better choice. At that the pontoon become a barrier to thee over transportation. Lily's brother obviously takes longer than you. Iomcom easiest before. He was a vulgar noble woo like savage coxing but now plus called master brother you added T-word. Vulgar aristocracy besides. Lon's term vision does not conflict with barbaric owns. Okay stop, WTY are you coming from the suit X Lomcom's reading? Wait you are underscore which best VA? Yes, we are which best. Wanted John the Mutual Ad Association please wait here will report to the highest immediately. Waiting not this one. Slalom read at OMG okay, we will wait here. You do not tell them your identity don't you fee curious how would he recede a witch X Loyam raid him from another city gases. Really thought there was a new witch who wanted to join the Mutual ALD Society it turned out to be. Didn't you back to Sleeping Island? Once wrong, not welcome. Bacon read at OMG easiest. There key no doubt that she is a with plus and she extremely powerful Hello, my name ISNKGHTNNGALE. You must be till Wimbledon Roland's sister al.com read at OMG fastest. LordTill.com readers. Are you here? It's still autumn into different from winter. What about the rest? Lone is building a house for the Austins. Evelyn and Candlelight should be still in the industrial area at this the and honey training messenger the back garden. His Royal Highness has sent someone to form them. Don't worry you see soon al.com reading the fastest. Welcome to Border Town dear sister. Aramco read come fastest. We haven't met for a whole years. No you have many stories to tell her broth her aloalancom I. Yes no. Have lot to say to you but don't worry aloalancom. Winter is still very long. Nightingale. But your harness underscore it doesn't matter she is sister. Halal. Don't worry now only you and me are left. You too are you really al at I at home. Am your older brother Irecastle's Roland Wimbledon. Know that have changed a lot but am I willing to explain it to you slowly all it all starts when. Save a done aloalink at M. Put it was the witch named Anna that touched Roland through this incident he saw the evil of the church and the bewitching of the people then Arch's assassination made feel the darkness under the royal power. He finally decided to change everything. Drinking. Underscore Alcouncom although somewhat dramatic it is barely an explanation. But the problem less the weird knowledge whether it is steam engine or a musket. It possible to know because of a momentary insight. What if Al at Alancom are saying that the ultimate cause of all thesis the memories which suddenly appeared your head? Need to know this isu believable. But it issues. Know this shard to believe. But it's fact after evade sister's assassination attempt that was weaned woke up from the coma and came to realize these we say that meeting Anna was the impetus teeth content temblores was T. Force behind wish to change the status quo. Sylvie has confirmed that there no witch to can replace and control people 8 mutual ad. Association Roland Wimbledon also the price of Grey Castle the stone of done when not uncommon for. And there were always and personal guards around to protect. The possibility of being completely control in AID at Oncom which also low replace library and instructor have never solved the knowledge of using the power of steam and snow powder to replace animal power and swords. It seemed that his quirky knowledge had something to do with in bizarre encounters but you prove that you are need Roland Wimbledon and not just T-part which appeared with those extra memories. Al Concom because remember the matters which happened on the court is person's unique memory that distinguishes the essence of a person. A well-known witch was to become exactly the same as you. WMH only her memories not the same C would still essentially be another person even though have a lot of strange memories do not remember where these came from. However your weeping expression as you left me when threw you onto the broken class is still embedded memory this the proof aloalncom. Of course haven't had the to apologize to you but still hope that it not be too late. Try hard to believe that normal there are a lot of which are unthinkable before you personally. Aloalingam experienced them. Didn't expect younger sister would have awakened Asa within even concealing it from all the people. With Thai palace however alive sad at the beginning. THKS water very long have lotta to slowly come to understand each other. Aloalcom. 10 For the next few months I'm sorry to be troubling you, let me handle it, you'll love it here. Oh Aloalcom. Fortunately tea witches from Sleeping Island have all returned to Thai Castle as an opportunity to entry conversation. Talking nonsense solemnly front of a smart person is really stressful. Especially you want to maintain a sincere and genuine expression. How come you don't have any special feels when facing your younger sister woos become a wit stress? A special feeling. Thought it was a touching reunion previously have a good relationship with her during the Eleceed. 8 Palace used to buy her when we grew we both became estranged from one another sit was an unexpected pleasure for her to come here. Out it sulk you to confront an unfamiliar witch alone slalom as see it you are quite trusting of her. That's because want you to see melange. Anyway you will understand it later aloling BM. You will tell me everything won't you yes. How does suit your taste for the hospitality thank you full came the addition to wanting help. Border town resist the invasion of demonic beasts also intend to send back the first batch of witches. Next Silver Moon Bay are gonna to send us a group of ordinary immigrants to the island some have to rely on lotus and honey to prepare extra food and housing nasion of thee for them advanced demonic beasts the first army would be enough except for mixed breeds there was hardly any situation which demanded that they send out witches but the construction area role of the witch was irreplaceable at the moment the path through the mountains toward the new sea hasn't yet been open took has only been prepared halfway and a few more bathies of cave dwellings have been built. Al at Alancom can you delay their journey for half a mon wish could agree. But circumstances have changed behave already met with sea in the southern part of the Vortex Sea. Our type demonic beasts suspect that this has to do the advanced beginnings of the months of Deen. According to legends the longer months of demons aggressive and fearsome ye demonic beasts will be therefore they will have to travel as soon as possible if we want to guarantee a relatively safe trip. Zephyr will escort her with the ably is very effect against enemies with low intelligence so. Besties Lotus and Honey would it be possible for the other 3 to stay currently they are only halfway through Tur Aloancom primary education. Leaving now would be the equivalent to them up halfway puffhaha. It seems you are quite interested them would like to know to you are tanning to use candles and Evelyn ability, curing metal parts and brewing. The former can greatly prove the efficiency of mechanical operation the latter well we are very good there are Aloancom many other uses to it besides. Well on Sleeping Island they've always been worked that there wouldn't be an actual use for their ability I'm very happy to hear that you want them urgently to stay sure enough every witch is there. Own unique and unmatched role and doesn't make the least sense that Tur ability would be meaningless. What do you want to follow you lady till lambing to go anywhere? Lady you needle. We'll go back to Sleeping Island otherwise would like to stay border town there are still Romani that hope to learn from teacher scroll Aloalmgam don't be so nervous. Mine it forcing you to choose if you want to stay or go to who. Question just want to know what you about border town you can return to Sleeping Island at any the same true for Lotus and unlikely that they leave forever even hope to invite thee with es from border town to come to Sleeping Island Alkalingam hold that through our efforts whether be the north or the south the future all witches should be free to one were they want. Do you right every brother _ for the last the heard her call me brother it seems to be more than 10 years ago there definitely be a day like this Al at Alancom. Next there is some news regarding the devil and the runs the snow-capped mounting and towers that just mentioned to you. ID intended to send witches and soldiers of the army to the trapped person back to border town but the heavy snow arranged more than a month ahead of T's messed up Pan Aloancom. That the devil's legendary army was in such close proximity and that there are still some people left. With the runs from more than 400 years ago combined with the deal picture you sent me most important issue at present. According to the scene we observed and the reaction shown, it seems that the devils must have been behind the snow-capped mountain for many years already. Suspect that they slalom or lied to the area covered the red fog. And tailless, unable to continue their expansion toward the Four Kingdoms now. Don't that they be a threat to border town. With the next 2 years set up a coastal warning point to monitor their movements. Aster T woman. Sealed 8 rehangs of the tower. See know the truth behind the holy city Tabla and the utter defeat of T church chirp here. Al at Aincom have the same there. Any way to avoid taking land route? Could we perhaps reach it directly from the air? Ash told me that you have a tool that can be manhwa. You want to her out of rung now. 8 middle of the months of demons. The number of people which can board the hot air balloon 10. Or we exchange it for a bigger one. We could perhaps expand 10 number of people to 15. It can't take the army soldiers plus, however. No matter how many we encounter the device are key to super casualties. Furthermore, there is also the risk which comes from encountering roaming demonic beasts is too dangerous. You only depend on the witch alliance. Need be very alkolnicom dangerous with stave and ashes are here now. Tempi degree of danger be reduced a lot. Shaves invisible barrier can lock several spears, while pasties could suppress T enemy during close combat. Astute and me all in gome. Last the fought with the devil I suffered a disadvantage from air combat, but the words had said also made sense. Solves magic eye could ensure that they would discover the enemy art with Nightingale and Ash powerful offense abilities. Defeat NG. A group of around 10 devils would easily be accomplished. The double protection of from Shaves and Anna's shields should be able toss team's safety. Al Concom. Are you really sure you want to feel that this might be an opportunity to unravel the mystery? Years advanced start for the demon and the sea lost emerges from the southern sea vortex as always. Genome a bad feeling. Order to explore the truth. The runs also go personally. Aloalanscom. The snow came too early. Aloalancom. There isn't such a Smeaton mentioned with theory book. Tohold box also only written. The Pope is one. A long sit can point out the general direction we need to follow. From the demonic beasts which have appeared, it can be inferred that there are still approximately 10 years, using 2 years to unify the 4 kingdoms and spending the remaining 8 years to build up the Go's punishment army. Then the Church Stroud have a large continent of more than 10,000 people. Using the firm walls and Herm's terrain alkalingam, we will to this plateau until the enemy strength reverses. I'm oldie afraid won't be able to see that day come. Is unrelated to age. Your Excellency Takan. T-Way, to effective is the snow powder formula. Aloha VN Com. Is there a test the secret area? Maybe possible to use snow powder to clean up a group of demonic beasts. But our real enemies are the devil from hell. You want to create a force strong enough to break the devil's heavy armor. You are going to need a very large amount of. Besides the soldiers from the God's punishment army, there in one who could out and throw half a body-sized bag of snow powder over a great distance. All in Gome. It's like that. What a pity. You want to beat the devils there in the to any tricks only confronting them headlong. Will we be able to survive? Thank you for taking care of us these past few months. It should be me thanking you to have made many contributions towards the construction of Border Town. So have gifts would like to GIE to you. G-gift? Will we also get them? Monaco Red Estes Great Honey. It's rude to open it right away. Hey, what is this? It isn't a corset bra, ahem. It's scarf. This way you won't need to be afraid of the wind and snow pouring onto your neck. Jallo Alfcom Realms. Wrap it around a bit higher. And you can even cover your ears with it. Nice and warm. There's more, Your Highness. Is this also a gift? Yes, open it and take a look. Wow, it is so clear. What is this? Lotus, come and take a look. You can see yourself clearly. I can't help but admit that this is indeed a good place with a convenient water supply and comfortable rooms. It's very difficult to believe that in just one Axiom Redeems year you were able to transform such a desolate place into its current appearance. Do you regret sending the witches here? How could that be? As long as they can live a better life, how could ever regret it? Do not forget to Witch Caricom, do you really intend to go to such a dangerous place? Although you are an exceptional witch, in the end your ability isn't suited towards fighting. Do not worry, it isn't as if you don't have any self-protection ability. Non-Manhwa's magic stone. This one in particular is the magic stone we found within the ancient ruins. Does this mean you can use both abilities at the same time? Not within a certain range. The magic stone allows you to use one ability if push magic simultaneously into two stones. Nothing would happen. Originally didn't intend to reveal this information to you this early on, but after our conversation from last night, I've come to think that might have misunderstood you. The fact that you've honestly told me about what had happened in the Readmit East's ancient ruins made me happy, but also a little apologetic. No problem, understand. Oh, that's right, there is still something want to ask you. What is this corset honey just mentioned here? Have no idea. Maybe you should go and ask Sylvie or Evelyn about it. Non-com. Well, it seems reading wasn't you still have some reservation towards me. Let's not talk about this for now. Since last night Give had a problem. Give been thinking something. If these ruins really did belong to the church, would they leave the magic stones? According to what happened to Ash, it is most likely that the church is raising their own group of witches, thus these items should also have the similar importance to them, even if they wanted to deliberately bury knowledge of the war after being forced to earn from Delhi wouldn't hinder them from continuing to use these stones. It just doesn't make sense. Remember to write letter. Does that mean the church doesn't care about this loss at all? Not they should not be able to mass produce these magic stones, or it would have been completely impossible for the Witch Cooperation Association to fleet. Indeed, recall that Maloakam reading Give found a very easiest strange point when looked through all the books in the palace library about the church and their god. Take care to goodbye. Not only does their historical record stop at around 400 years ago, even their god's origin is somewhat vague. He has no name, no epic legend except for propagating his omnipotence. There is nothing more, no more details. Compared with the three ancient gods, he appears to be a vague notion with nothing to it. Can't help it but feel that something is strange about all of this. It feels as if the church just suddenly has appeared from out of nowhere. Non-com. Redeem taxman. It feels if the church just suddenly has appeared from out of nowhere. Aloalfcom. Dons. Take the religious legends of original world as an example. The gods originated from the beginning are basically pediatrics. The world is created, the gods, and everyone chooses the same routine. Stories such the creation in 7 days, karma, reincarnation, and so on. Alcoholic reading easiest. Those were legends used to describe the power of the gods and were a standard part of every religion. Your Royal Highness, the outline for your requested large-scale production of nitric acid has been completed. Really? Tell me, how did you manage it? Al.com. Read at OMG fastest. The credit for this belonged to Chavez, so we'll let him explain it. Your Honorable Highness, your alchemical, not the chemical reaction used in the laboratory to produce nitric acid, is produced distilling saltpeter to obtain diluted nitric acid. And then it's purified with concentrated sulfuric acid. Try to put the two together, placing the saltpeter directly into the concentrated sulfuric acid for shared heating. Doing so successfully obtained nitric acid. Alienism. Reading Forest. Its purity was very high, so much so that it was possible to observe the phenomenon of fuming, which was spoken of within elementary chemistry. Shared heating, but combining those two isn't the same. Indeed, deduced it according to the chemical formula, it is guessed that a certain component in the saltpeter reacted with sulfuric acid to generate nitric acid and evaporate during heating. Nitrate. Based on the formula, it does look like, well, like something nitrate. Ah, it is indeed mentioned in the chemistry textbook. Before synthetic ammonia was invented, people had used nitric acid or potassium nitrate to react with concentrated sulfuric acid to produce nitric acid. CARICOM. Readers easiest. This was also the oldest manufacture method known, but it consumed a large amount of sulfuric acid and at the same time easily led to the corrosion of the equipment. It was later replaced more advanced technology. But this is not a problem to me. The produced sulfuric acid could only be used for the purification of nitric acid, while forays coatings could easily solve the problem brought from the strongly corrosive nitric acid steam. Well done, you were unexpectedly, you're unaware of it, able to come up. But his outstanding with such a method luck has already chance revealed itself within seawater. Cities. Alchemy wire Shofi. Within his early 20s, this kid had already discovered the double acid preparation method and had become the youngest alchemist within the workshop. That was enough to turn the eyes of the other 30 to 40 years old apprentices red with endal.com bedbug anyway. This is good news for the town. First you should to make a batch of equipment to examine it further. We'll let a witch cooperate with you if feasible. We will then expand the scale of production. Now that we will have a reliable source of nitric acid, we'll need you to produce something that is very dangerous. Nitroglycerin. How dangerous is it? Bear in mind that alteration between hot and cold vibrations impacts or friction might lead to it exploding during the experiment. It will be alright to merely use a small amount of ingredients so that in case a mishap occurs, Lady Anna should still be able to heal you. Altaic Fest. Ammo. It looks like an interesting experiment. Well, think it is, so it's true that 9 out of 10 chemists are explosion maniacs. Broadcom. Read at OMG Estes. Adding nitrocellulose or nitrostarch to nitroglycerin not only has a stabilizing effect but also further enhances the expose effect. The former would make an excellent smoke-free explorer, while the latter would produce a stronger explosion. Now the key to part in hands. A piece. Read come fastest. Aren't these people afraid of the cold? What benefits did Roland promise to make them willing to come out and work during the winter? It's still autumn. You can't even tell different season apart. Ex loon calm. But there is no difference between the current weather and winter. This is an analogy it often appears in her dream. His country's of course a barbaric woman such as you would never understand something like this. What's your dream? It is difficult to communicate with a vulgar person who hasn't ever even enjoyed the drama, but Lady Till must surely have watched this famous drama from the Kingdom of Don Kai. A piece. There is no need for you to fight. Think the reason behind this is quite simple. Usually the common folk do not want to be active during winter because would increase food consumption greatly. In case they can't eat their fill, would be very easy for them to catch a cold. The price of grain isn't high. Firewood is also quite abundant and Miss Lily is easily able to cure a cold. Would therefore be better if they continued to work hard even within the cold and snow and to earn one more day's salary. Slalom. Am able to understand. Thatcher would be enough firewood due to the concealing forest west of the town. Butte Reason family has for the price of also been involved. Grain not being in the food business. High. How is that so? Know that crop possible failures caused natural disasters could lead to everyone raising the price of grain a lot. With such a bad ad weather, how could he keep the nobles and merchants from selling food at a higher price? Here in Border Town there's only one person who is allowed to sell grain, that is His Royal Highness. He made 2 food prices. One was the purchase price and one was the selling price. Those 2 prices are fixed, with the latter being higher than the former. Isn't he forcing them to sell low and buy high? If he can sell at a high price, won't he allow others to sell it at high prices as well? It's noticed same after the wheat is taken in, it also needs to be threshed, ground and stored in a warehouse. All this produces further cost, thus it's normal for the price to rise. What Lady Till said is right. Had the same question, so Yalo Alincom later asked teacher Scroll about it. She said that the extra expenses were paid off. Some were paid to those who deal with the farmers. Build new granaries so that the production can be expanded, which in turn will provide Border Town with new jobs. Right, that's what she called them. Heard that His Highness was very concerned about that. But he is still buying weak, selling strong. Shouldn't trade be free perhaps? But His Highness' selling price is at a rate that still allows everyone to buy it. If the price stays constant, people will also become more comfortable, as if these people could escape the same exploitation if they were in a city with free trade at times of bumper harvest. Not only wouldn't they be told to hand over more wheat, they'd even be told to sell it at a very low price. Jaloxincom. In contrast, fixed prices are actually more reasonable as long as the harvest is better. The income should also be better. Here they can choose whether they want to sell. His Highness said that in case where the harvest reached a fixed amount, the serfs could be promoted to free people. Promoted free people only need to hand in of the grain, and the salary is also considerable at the purchase price at the harvest this years. That's the reason the town is full of vitality. When he made his policies, he considered the people's way of thinking and added an incentive system to encourage them to work more and better. It's an alarm for the demon beast attack. Let's go to the wall and see if we can help the guards of course that's we came here in the first place. Broadcom so they can see how we witch fight. Their motto annoying every year the month of demon beast will come madly even if they succeeded. In attacking such a small town they wouldn't get any sort of benefits from it, right? Well, they're here just in time for us to hone our skills compared to immobile wooden targets. It's more interesting to shoot at demonic beasts. Speaking of target shooting, recently heard an interesting rumor that had something to do with us, the gunner team. What sort of rumor is that from? What heard the people in other gunner groups say? The people that were able to hit their targets accurately would be incorporated into an elite gunner team where they would undertake new tasks. An elite gunner team, maybe someone is alcoholic. Round board, just make it up. His Royal Highness had intended to develop a new type of artillery and install it on the ship to make it a warship capable of long-range attack. The operator will be the best member of the artillery team. If you want join you can apply to me. Really? Someone actually said this as a show-off. This is obviously an opportunity to make progress in the military. According to Master Iron Axe, if a great achievement can be made, the newly built ships will be named after those who have made outstanding achievements. If there were a warship named Vanner, it would be worth it all. Lifeowl.com. Hope that these hairy boys can get a chance to get ahead. Butter or too jumpy, they still have to wait for a little calm. Aloancom. Besides, if the warship is called Sleeve Pie Catalan would be too ugly. Rodney and Nelson could still be considered. Stop making such a racket. Want all of you to bring your attention back to the battlefield. Yes. Work hard. Leave the other artillery groups. Seethe is the most elite artillery. This is the scary weapon you are talking about. The rate of fire is indeed very fast, but the accuracy is somewhat. WorldCom_. Before these people were recruited into the first army they were all miners, farmers and hunters. The time they spent using this weapon is just of 6 months. OC. Sylvie, do you know something else about the firearms? 5 examined it inside and out countless times. It's definitely similar to a crossbow. Butte arrowhead. Viacom that is shot out is tiny and has neither a shaft nor tail feathers. The difference lies in the arrowhead not relying on the elasticity of a bowstring but rather the propelling force of a black fine powder. When it is can raise the explodes velocity of the arrowhead to extreme speeds instantaneously. It's probably a byproduct of alchemy. I'm not clear about its specific composition either. It must be very expensive. The things that alchemists create have never been anything cheap really. From how they're firing it totally doesn't look aka using anything costly. Look. Hold on, something's approaching. Goodness my, that's also a demonic beast. It's almost as tall as the city wall. The looks of a huge turtle. It's carrying a carapace behind to back. The bullet can't penetrate it. Carapace. I'm afraid these guns won't help much as long Asian within feet of Steven. The city walls would not be able to withstand magic arrows. Ashes cover me. Sight. Alright, for the record you'd better not tarnish the good name of Lady Till. There's no need for you all to slalom. Gerda still have artillery team change the sharp bullet fire. His what happened? Woods OEP Fib. Visit China Literature Rehistory. Welcome back. Dinner is ready. Slalom read at OMG. Thank you. Every plate of food on the table was extremely delicious. Heard then you went to support the first army on the wall in the afternoon. It was really hard. Quickly, this grilled mushroom that is unique to Sleeping Town. Read at Aloaleoncom to Viacom support. What's the matter? The translation team. Andrea, isn't it right? It's okay, don't worry about her. What the hell is that called? Fieldgun. Noncom redeems its Uni's going to start. Son, clean up the battlefield. Yes sir. This it didn't won me a chance to shoot at all. There is also this kind of food sprinkled with various spices and sauces which reveals a vulgar taste from beginning to end. The seasoning is just to conceal the defects of the food itself. The more you put it the worse the taste ant. But this extremely delicious. These plump and juicy charcoal grilled mushroom. Where exactly did His Royal Highness find them from? And this plain vegetable soup. .com good. It seems to be cooked with whole chicken, some pork ribs and kelp. Finally, this is called ice cream bread which is hard to extricate. JMCMC diet uses this Eat this last slice later. Damn it, even this point was completely lost. Yes, that's it, eat more. And you have to participate in the rescue plan tomorrow. It's time for our glorious Miss Andrea to show off. Joyce faster. Yeah, wait and see. Mom, look at the miracle. Long live your highness Roland. It a lightning. And Maggie too. Alcoholic L. His how is you good? It seems that you are very popular among soldiers. Here your highness often asks me to direct the artillery to shoot. She deserved to be his daughter who is born Zolwefc suitable for flying and only the vast can accommodate her endless heart, although Thunder had hoped her daughter could win her entire life in a conscientious manner. She is destined to become an explorer and may have more achievement than Thunder. All can do it to protect her as much as possible. Wall. What a beautiful view. This is still the first time I've seen such thick snow cover the western region. But aren't you a witch from the western region? Yes, originally lied in Fallen Dragon Ridge. That place was closer to the south. And it rarely snowed during winter. It once until late when heard the news of Lady till developing. Sleepy Island did covertly sneak into a ship bound towards Clearwater Port and met up with the other witches. That's it. ACMFRLBG Oak 1. Our Royal Highness has always been grumbling about the absence of witches coming forward even after rumors of the association settling down in Border Town had been disseminated. Turns out he was overstepped behind all along. Oh, you're side circulating news of a gathering place for witches too. There, it's shame that the person in charge of it, pretty inexperienced, had even managed to catch him red-handed in Silver City. Apparently his name was the. Although his skills are average, he is still quite generous thanks to him hate well along the way. Altaic, you're a witch after all. It'd be natural for you to notice such a weird rumors if you hadn't met Lady till you would have probably gone to Border Town a long time ago. There's no way we'll serve under His Royal Highness. How Royal Highness sounds to me. You had quite the talent in calling him that. What? No matter if it's Sleeping Island or Border Town, we're all family here. There's no need to discriminate here. Alright, alcoholic lead. Room. This. Anna, have to say that just looking at Anna in this way can understand. Roland said she had a great influence on him. There was an unspeakable weight and peace on her body, like lying on vast field, with an incomparable softness and firmness behind her. Sylvie said Anna was also the quickest witch that had undergone an evolution in Border Town. She possessed a huge, stunning amount of magical power and also the first witch to read through and finish the theoretical foundations of natural science. She was able to sit around a fireplace and properly discuss the miraculous knowledge present in the book. It would presumably be an incomparably happy occasion. Al Nico, as we're almost there. The stone tower of the ruins is gone. The stone tower of the ruins is gone. What? It was there. Maggie knew it too good. What a big hole. Sylvie, take a look at what was in that hole of Al.com. It's monster that looked like a maggot. It is currently moving towards the northwest direction. Hold on a second. The ruins are in its stomach. What in its stomach? That's right, saw the stone tower as well as the ice coffin you all were talking about. Goodness, it had swallowed the whole ruins down into its stomach. Non-com I tall. This, underscore. Is there anything else besides the worm, especially the devil? There are some demonic beasts, but they're all in its belly. Seems like they were already dead. We will, and now Al.com. Some people stayed outside. The other team will follow me into the caves. We will slay the demonic beasts and take back the ice coffin. Non-com Astoria. Voodoo word YLK MTB carat in plus D, pinyin a flow China literature piece.
Be careful, guys. Yeah, Al Kalngom to enter the cave. One must rely on a witch with the ability of. Okay, it's safe for the time being. Let's got, and the most important thing about this trip is the ice coffin. If we're unable to awaken the girl on the spot, we would have to break the coffin into pieces and bring it away. We can only rely on Sham's invisible barrier because it was capable of moving such a bare object. Sylvie's magic eyes was necessary as well. Without her, it would be impossible for them to locate the precise location of the ruins in the creature's stomach. Al Dalacom dog eels annals cutting and heating ability are equally important, but the two of them are relatively light and could be carried. Maggie The last is ashes that can fight stably under any circumstances and will bear the action if you can. Control the magic stone won't have to tire you not, it's okay. The importance of every witch is almost irreplaceable, and one less person will make things extremely tricky. Hope that the decision made Aloalincom after considering it all is correct. Andrea and Nightingale stayed behind at the entrance of the cave in case it is attacked demonic beast in the hidden forest. It's reassuring enough to have those two people protect our back. Although it's not. That didn't think about going up the rescue and heading back home was always a little uneasy of all. The undamaged region near it, did it only settle on the remnant of the stone tower, especially the direction where the massive beast was crawling from, gazed at the northwestern mountains non-com. Fastest, it is the place where the devil dies. Is there any connection? Here we are at the bottom. We shall now depart. Let'll light up the torch. Aloalincom. The beast, it seems to be right ahead. It seems, yes. Alcalic. That big guy's or it chewing something. It's not far and away, but guess you don't want to see it. Kochi. Aloal nom, what kind of smell is this? Like something rotten. What should we do next? Should slice its belly open. Wait, Anna has to be the one to kill it. I'm still unaware about how big of a threat the things in its stomach will pose to us. It will be too risky for you to approach it using a sword. Jalam CCM, let me give it a got a piece result. This mix nailed it. Bloom red at Omgi. It's dead. And the heart seemed to have stopped beating. This thing has heart too. It's its head and is almost as big as the basket of Hawkeye. And it had just been taken apart. Anaflames and magical power is circulating all around its body. In other words, this is mixed breed of demonic beast. No one knows the answer. There are very few records regarding demonic beasts and the Aloalincom wilderness in the history books. There are still a lot of unknowns around here. It'd be best if we hurry, and there are so many scattered rocks in its stomach and the original ruins can't be seen. All it's slimy. And it's too in the way. Aloalincom. It turns out that there are a lot of luminous magic stones. Look at this. Don't think it can be used. Oh, found it. Slalom. Great, she's okay. This is Alom. Next up is yours, Anna. Okay. How is it? Is might be a little taxing, but will be Syncom read able to slice it open. Viacom redeems. Be careful everyone. It's actually still a two-layer structure. Aloalm cod. The inner part is the real ice crystal. Noah, it suddenly became cold. Alcaic done. Is she still alien? Yeah, Eloilico at. Although it's very weak, her heart hasn't stopped beating, which is incredible. Can survive the extremely low temperature of ice crystals. In all likelihood is a witch. As for her name, origin and the reason she was trapped within these ruins, can only wait until we go back and then ask. Slowly visit aloalin.com for the latest update of this. Another hot Mantua Altaic? Master Till, when will you come back? Although you want to talk to her to pass time, but Asian upper-class noblemen, elegance and reservedness, or essential qualities for an unmarried lady. Or just to talk. Jacob to Nightingale. Fastest heard that she had fought ashes before and even fought so hard. Since it's asking about the intelligence of an old opponent, it's not considered proactive. This is just necessary job. She's gone. The way her ability seems to hide her figure. Non-com medics. Ammo, is it Nightingale? No, it's not her. Iconic. Read at aloaliven.com to Fencer support mom. The translation team an enemy. Damn, it can't even see the enemy. This is praying mantis. Damn, was careless. Nightingale noticed all Aloalincom this earlier Ronio than me. Don't even know where to shoot. Nightingale. What is that? If it isn't a demonic beast then it should be a devil, but judging from its blood color it's probably a demonic Alamo beast. Fasts red. When did you discover them? Ever since they appeared in the dense fog, the radiance coming from the magic in their bodies were as showy as the sea. Can a demonic of stars in a night beast possess such an ability? I guess it's Because mixed breed are somewhat special. NBA. We're back, oh they are back. Moo. Is she the person that was crying for help in the ruins? That's right, non-com feed. In that place spending long years alone, really don't know what happened to her. The longer stay in this forest, the more uneasy feel. As for you, did any of you encounter any dangerous situation on the surface? Only a few strange and mixed breed demonic beasts came, but they're all dead. God alolcom Casio. What happened? What are those things below? Are they demonic beasts? Demonic beasts didn't see anything except those few mantis corpses. Look at the dead mantis again. How could the mantis's body become so broken as if it had been eaten? Look at the snow, _ this. There seems to be countless things squirming in the snow new. It's another kind of weird hybrid again. There are probably about 100 of them, or so they were. Trying to outdo each other in running towards the hole. Could it be that they were attracted the large worm and wanted to make a hearty meal out of it? Yawn. However, that has nothing to do with us anymore. Is it Coach Redwake? Remember, the police are part of the public security service. Think of them as the crew that is responsible for enforcing law and order within His Highness's territory to arrest criminals, crack down on illegal acts, maintain order in the territory, carry out policies issued His Royal Highness and the City Hall, and help the commoners in need. After a week of training, believe you all have a deep understanding of your responsibilities. Next, we'll lead you to perform your first mission, and now all of you follow me. Non-com dashes. Unexpectedly really passed the assessment dial. Also successfully passed a week of comprehensive training and became a policeman when the City Hall official came to inform me. Couldn't believe it. Neither ask for money nor win over feelings. It seems that they just came here specially for notification. Moreover, when took the written test, thought Joyce would definitely will flies lose the election. Brief description points. Question: you're a coachman for a four-wheel carriage and are traveling along with a narrow strip of mountainous road. Inside your carriage or two citizens, a group of refugees suddenly appears on the road ahead. You cannot avoid them and can only choose to collide with them head on or let the carriage fall. From the former choice will cause deaths of many refugees, while the latter choice will cause the death of the two citizens. No matter the choice you make, you will always be able to rely on your athletic skills to survive. In this case, what would your choice be? Please explain your reasons in a minimum of words. After all, the problem is two stranger FLLUJRITHZULSLZ suits the jet any and all Lily SBLI_ with Fez Sol sub. However, at least you can get a stable salary. Although it is to be stationed in the inner city, at least the money can be handed over to Kumasi. Stop. We have arrived. Ally NCOM reasons Cs. They were refugees from the south and the north. In order to allow them to get through the winter safely, His Royal Highness specially sent people to bring them to border town. Your role is to assist the City Hall in maintaining order to get those people in a line into the inspection checkpoint. Once that is done, you will quarantine them and write each of them into the record. As the police officers are still few, the First Army will be assisting you. However, this job will be assigned to all of you to accomplish on your own in the future. Bloom need fastest. Yes sir. Is it a carpenter? Okay, after real registering here we will arrange for you. Wow, that's Royal Highness Roland Wimbledon. Unexpectedly, His Royal Highness would brave the wind and snow to personally inspect these refugees. You know, few nobles are willing to leave the warm bed early in the morning in the severe cold season. Non-com redeems. What about you? Name is Sing Mao and am from the Northern Lands. Era subspecialty lies in farming. Can't ready farming. Okay, pass on. Hold it. Bloom RBAD at MG. Jesus, what's the matter? You're a farmer, right? Can you tell me which month one should sow their winter wheat? I'm only going through the preliminary registration for now and don't have the time to distinguish whether every single one of them is telling the truth. Didn't Sir Carter explain clearly how the process should work? All need you to do is maintain order around these parts. The way you speak doesn't resemble a northerner. Instead it is similar to the accent commonly used near the middle or the kingdom. Which town in the north did you slalom come from? Very familiar with the places there. Your attire is also strange, even if you were lucky enough not to freeze to death in the North Inn. This outfit, your fingers ought to have developed frostbite now the temperature there is below freezing all year round. You know what about your gloves? Don't tell me you threw them away because you realized when you turned that it was slightly warmer. It's kind of weird. Where exactly did you come from? Fez. Jeloamcom read at Omge fast you. Out of way. It's assassin alarm east. Damn it, wound opened your Royal Highness. The tilde hashtag QC. Alcalic fastest. Quiet people, no need to panic, you're ill. Feudal Lord Roland Wimbledon. Please listen to what I'm about to say.